Hi everybody, happy day. I hope you're doing phenomenally well today. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why you are experiencing a reduction in sales volume, a reduction, in your norm, what you're normally used to doing, what you normally experience, and you're wondering what is wrong with me. 3 of the biggest reasons why you will experience a slowdown in sales or a lack of certainty is going to be these 3 things that I'm going to share with you. So grab a pen and paper. This is going to hopefully diagnose the problem, but more importantly, hopefully it will bring you value and hope and help you get your sales back to where they need to be. If you're selling final expense or life insurance or Medicare insurance, this will absolutely apply to you because a lot of agents will be explosive at first, and then it's like the gasoline's out of the tank and you wonder what is going on, what did I do so wrong? And you're kind of stranded on the side of the road sometimes with your current, state of success. So we're going to get after it. So point number 1 is a lot of times your mind is off, When you first start out selling insurance or any product, you're really excited. You've got lots of enthusiasm. Your mind is right. And you're like, woohoo, let's go to Mars, baby. I got lots of gas. I'm going to be explosive. Let's go. And the problem is, explosive enthusiasm is amazing. Harness it, Go there for sure. But sometimes you're experiencing big slowdowns in where you're at with your sales because maybe your enthusiasm is off, Or maybe self-doubt is creeping into your mind. It all starts with the mind. So point number 1, you've got to check your mind if your sales aren't, in check where they normally are. So make sure first off that your mind is right. Make sure that your mind is in a good place and make sure that you didn't maybe fail to fill up the old gas tank, every day with enthusiasm. Did you lose your first love for what you're doing, who you're helping, who you're serving? Just ask yourself those little questions. Are you enthusiastic or are you just kind of going through the motions? Point number 1, make sure your mind is right, If you're getting hurt in insurance sales temporarily, these little things will help you tune yourself up, hopefully, and get better. So understand the first point is your mind has to be right. You got to get your mind proper. You've got to have the enthusiasm. That's the gas that you need to push your career forward. So you got to have enthusiasm, and you've got to make sure that you don't have a lot of self-doubt up in you, So get your mind right for point number 1. Hopefully this is helping you. And by the way, if anyone needs help, I run a national insurance agency. I partner together with some amazing folks. So if you need help selling life insurance or Medicare insurance, you need a good agency to partner with, by all means, jasonfinalexpense.com. Reach out. I'll connect with you personally. But point number 2 that I want to share with you is a lot of times you're feeling like these things are off, I'm skipping beats, the music isn't sounding right. Well, a lot of times for point number 2 is your methods are off. If your methods are off, you're going to be skipping steps in the process. You cannot skip steps, I need to be so clear on this. If your methods are off, of course the music ain't going to sound right. You're skipping the beats, Maybe at first you had a good mind. You were super enthusiastic when you started off selling insurance. And then your methods were right. The methods were tight, You had the methods in check. Everything was in view, and you weren't missing beats. So, of course, the sales were where they should be because you weren't making little mistakes that now maybe you veered away, you're skipping beats, and now you're farther away from where you need to be. You must follow a proven process. If you're going to do final expense telesales, Medicare insurance telesales, you're going to do face-to-face sales, it doesn't even matter. I run a national insurance agency. We do fun things together, but let me tell you, 2 of my last graduating classes, both of them in the last weeks that we've done this, let me tell you, 100% of the graduating classes, all, and I mean all, wrote business within their first 3 to 6 hours of touching a phone and getting after their leads. That's a 100% success ratio. Now, normally it's a 75% success ratio, but the last 2 classes have been 100% success ratio. Very proud of that. But when your methods are right, when your mind is right, and everything is just tight and beautiful, you're not going to skip any steps. So it's like you're playing hopscotch when you know the right little squares to dance in. If you're having a temporary season where your sales are really off right now, first off, point number one, make sure you're enthusiastic, make sure your mind is right, eliminate self-doubt. Self-doubt will take you out, okay? You were really enthusiastic, and then maybe a buddy, okay, yacked some garbage in your ear and you bought it. Okay, maybe someone says, oh, nobody makes it with insurance sales, you should just get out. And your enthusiasm started decreasing. Point number one, protect your mind. Make sure you're enthusiastic. Make sure that maybe the reason that your mind is off is because you let somebody else puke into your ears. Make sure your enthusiasm is right. Make sure it's tight. But self-doubt will take you out. Be careful that this wasn't a self-inflicted event, and if it is, save yourself, run the other way, get your mind back to where it needs to be. But point number two that I'm sharing with you is you got to get your methods right. You've got to have a vetted trainer that has truthfully done telesales. It's so vital that you vet your trainer, vet your IMO, make sure they've got an insane success ratio like what I have in my agency. I don't partner with everyone, about 1 out of 30 on average, but we get results and we do it together. We make sure our methods are right. We make sure the methods are tight. When your methods are off, it's like the music ain't playing the same tune, okay, that you were playing before. Your success is going down and you wonder, oh nuts, what's going on? You didn't follow the same process on each and every call. You need to have a turnkey system that, first off, you're responsible for turning the key every time, right? But you're also one that needs to just take ownership if you're face-to-face or in the telespace where you say, you know what? Did I miss some methods here? Do an autopsy on yourself and go, yep, I did, okay? Make sure your mind's right, point number one, but get your methods on point. You cannot skip steps. Skipped steps, okay? You can't be like a frog hopping over the lily pads and you missed a lily pad and poof, now you got wet. A frog will be fine, you won't, okay? So make sure you are not missing one little beat, okay? And then guess what? The music will start sounding right, it'll start sounding tight, and now you're back on track. Your sales volume will start picking up like it was there in the first place, okay? So point number one, get your mind right, get your enthusiasm back, eliminate self-doubt. Maybe that's what creeped in. Maybe you lost faith in something. Get your faith back. Get your mind right. Get your enthusiasm back to where it needs to be. Point number two, make sure you're deploying high-end methods. Make sure you're not skipping beats. If your little tune ain't sounding right and you're not getting through the calls, your face-to-face meet and greets are not going well. You're not getting your closes. Well, most times it's because we're skipping steps. We got sometimes too big for our britches. I know it is what it is. I'm going to say it. You're skipping steps, and then you wonder why no one's buying from you. You cannot skip beats. This is just like making cookies, okay? You cannot leave ingredients out and expect the cookies to taste great. Maybe you flipped in baking soda for baking powder or vice versa, or you left out the sugar and you just put in salt instead because you thought it'd be a great idea. Insurance is an amazing industry to be in, but you cannot skip steps. It's the same process every time, every time, every time. If you want consistency in cookies, follow a recipe. You want consistency in telesales, follow the script. And I mean follow it if and only if you're using high-end material. Now, if you're having a lot of problems as a new agent, let me tell you, sometimes maybe you're using some free Frankenstein script. Maybe you join an agency that said they did telesales, but really they're face-to-face and telling you to go use Zoom. Or maybe they're new to town in telesales, or maybe you're looking at the script that you got for free, $99, and you realize that you are maybe sold a bill of goods and this is not working out at all. I'm not getting mentored. I'm not getting the right methods. You must have good methods first off in the beginning so that you learn from a good well, not a poisoned method, okay? You can't be using poisoned methods and expect to be profitable. So make sure you're using good vetted material, you're getting good high-end training. It's not about voyeuring, okay? It's not about listening to a bad sales call and figuring out how you're gonna do things right. That's a flawed method, everyone. Do not focus on the flaw. Focused minds that are financially successful focus on the good stuff. They focused on where they're gonna attain greatness from. They're gonna focus on a finished product not keep focusing on the bad. Quit focusing on the ditch. Don't be worrying about your bad calls or someone else's bad calls. That's a poisoned process. This is no different than a bank teller. Bank tellers do not focus on looking at crap currency. Am I right? They focus on looking at good $100 bills so that when the counterfeit walks in, it's glaring. Do not be focusing on looking at a bunch of garbage calls, counterfeit calls, okay, and expect that you're just going to come out of there knowing what good currency looks like. You've got to have good methods. That is the currency that's going to pay your bills. Good methods, high intent, proprietary training with an enthusiastic mind and a work set that has a good grind about you. So if you're losing steam in your engine, understand, what gas did I put in my tank? The enthusiasm is the gas in your tank that will propel you just as fast as it did before if you self-diagnose it. So get your mind right. Make sure your enthusiasm is there. Eliminate self-doubt. Point number 2, make sure your methods are right and tight. Do not skip steps if you got good training, if you vetted your trainer, if you've got other people that are just exploding with, okay, success. If you're in a place where no one really has success, maybe that's a warning sign, okay? Like the old thing, here's your sign. Make sure you just see what's going on. I had brand new agents double tapping. Brand new agents double tapping, multiple sales in a day. I've got agents writing 4 sales in a single day, and they're just slaying it. Multiple agents writing 3 sales in a day, 2 sales in a day. It's like chopping wood. They follow the process. They're not skipping a beat, and the end result is amazing success. I'm crazy proud of the men and women that partner together. We do some fun things. It's their heavy lifting, but their mind is right. Their methods are right. Point number 3, where is your action in the transaction, okay? Where is your action in the transaction? A lot of times when you focus on the transactional piece, you're like, oh, you know what? I went 30 minutes on that call and it just didn't turn out my way. So I'm going to skip steps and I'm just going to go all transactional. Buy from me, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. I need my name on a leaderboard. That is a flawed method. Your, focus right now is not on the right thing. You've got to focus on, so what am I doing for the client? So what, right? Because you're thinking, man, this stinks. My sales are going down, down, down. Well, self-diagnose real quick. Is your mind right? Is it? Is your enthusiasm on point? Okay, are you listening to maybe some bad tunes? No wonder your beat's off, okay? Get the right tune in your head so now you're ready to rock and get yourself back to where you know you deserve to be so that you can take care of other people. But get your methods right. Get your methods tight. If you failed to vet your trainer, you're not getting good mentorship, let me tell you, abandon ship quickly. Get yourself in a place that can grab your hand and lift you up to higher levels. But if you've been experiencing explosive growth and all of a sudden you're seeing it go down like the Titanic, make sure that you are now going back to your fundamentals. I promise you, you've skipped a beat here. Same process each and every event. Point number 3, you got to focus on the so what. So what are you going to do for your client? You've got to focus, no different than if you've got a check engine light in your car. Don't put a sticker on it and ignore it. It'll blow up in your face. What are you doing for the client? Are you going all transactional, or are you playing the music that your clients want to hear? So what are you going to do for them? So what this product will do for you, Mrs. Johnson, focus on what you are delivering to the client's precise and acute problems. Focus on so what this will do for you, the old-fashioned so what. Give the client everything they need. Give the client everything they desire, and you, as a byproduct, will get back on track. You'll make more money than you ever thought because you're a better problem solver. But don't skip steps here. Do not go all transactional. You've got to focus on your client's inner why. Focus on their inner why if you want to get what you ultimately want. Put the client first. The client is in the driver's seat. You are there to serve them, give them good direction, good guidance. You're going to help them attain what they want. And then in the end game, you're going to be back on track just like you wanted. So to wrap this up, get your mind right, get your methods right, and then focus on everything that you need to do for the client. So what I'm gonna get back to doing is this, okay? If you skip some steps, get back to your fundamentals. You'll find yourself back on track, hopefully quicker, and you will not experience anything more than a temporary reduction in the process because you got back into it, you self-diagnosed, and now you're ready for speed. You've got the enthusiasm back in that jet engine of yours, and you're gonna blast to the moon, okay? I hope this video helps you. I hope it finds you well. Feel free to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you watching, but keep your mind and your enthusiasm where it needs to be. Make sure you're using good methods. If you're using bad methods out there, okay, be careful, okay? You can smell that kind of stuff a mile away. It's kind of like tuna fish. You pop the can and you go, oop, this is not telesales material. You'll know. Okay, you will. Don't be following a bunch of counterfeit stuff. Don't listen to bad calls. That's not going to make you better. It'll make you worse. Okay, quit focusing on what doesn't work. How about we focus on what does work? It's smarter, I promise you. Okay, and then focus on the connection to your consumer. Focus on what this will do for them, and it'll make you a wealthier agent. You'll be right back where you wanted to be and where you were before. Get back to helping good people, and I hope this video helps you and gives you some help to make these people's lives even better than when we first pick up the phone and talk to them or when you met them face to face. Have a great day. Have an amazing day tomorrow. Lots of opportunity left. Thanks for watching.